Today we're talking about confidence intervals. It's one of the two tricky things that we're going to be doing this year. One is confidence intervals and the other is hypothesis tests. And Module 5 in Quiz B has a lot about confidence intervals. Hands up those who have used confidence intervals before. Okay, hands up those who could tell me what a confidence interval is. Okay, now you would not be alone there. There are people all over the universe, well, the world anyway, who use confidence intervals all the time but can't actually explain what it is. And that's fair enough. And one of the things in stats, and this is actually something I was talking to someone about yesterday, is that in probability and stats, all of the material we're doing at the moment, don't wait until you understand it before you try to use it, because it'll never happen. The way you understand this stuff is by doing it. As you do the exercises, as you get them right or wrong and you check what you've done, it starts to fall into place. So don't sort of sit there reading the notes going, oh, I don't get it, because you need to get started. So all of you should have done Module 5A quiz at least once by now. So you need to go and have a look at it, see what you need to learn, go through and just try the things and see what it is you don't know. Because it's in the doing that you learn. So and in fact it may be that you don't really understand it even at the end of this course, but you'll get a bit of understanding, and if you go on using it later on, the understanding develops as you go. So don't feel you need to get it all first, because it isn't going to happen. What else do I want to talk about? Oh yeah, YouTube video, there's one on confidence intervals. It's one of the less gripping ones, because I did it myself instead of getting, William only helped me a little bit with that one, so it hasn't got very much funny stuff in it. But it does tell you how to do confidence intervals, and I'm not going to do step by step in this lecture because it's there on the video, so you'll need to go and look at that. Now the other thing, I've got a piece of paper here, I'll just go on the back of this is how your learning happens in a lot of these topics, and this is not a learning curve. Okay, we've got here, and this is how hard, no. Is that how I mean? Oh no, stuff you know. And then this is sort of like effort or time. Okay, when you start up, now I still don't think that's the right axes, but basically what I'm trying to say is that when you start, it's really, really hard. Like the first bit, say you're trying to get to learn what you need to know in stats, it starts off really, really difficult. So in fact, in a way, it should be flat because you learn really slowly. But after a while, you get it. This thing happens here, and suddenly it makes sense and it's much easier. So let's pretend this is a little hill of statistics we're climbing up. So we're doing this bit here, and it seems like it's really hard, and we're going to have to keep climbing really hard for ages. But in fact, we don't. We're going to have to climb really hard for a certain point, and then it will come, and then it's actually quite easy. And to some degree, it's almost sort of like downhill, depending on what we see the axes as being. So what I'm trying to get to you is that just because it seems hard at the start, don't give up, because it's not going to be like that all the way through. That once you get certain key principles, other things fall into place, and it suddenly becomes quite clear. And when you've got through that tunnel, it's actually hard to remember what it was like when you didn't understand. So, and you probably will never go back.